Coming up on Havers.
Do you think it's acceptable when you're rich to do infidelity?
I guess her role in the relationship is to make me feel less stressed.
I'm gonna kill this. How did I not know this? You know, I freaking hopped in an Uber here to get here ASAP.
This episode is brought to you by Viva Karaoke. Book your private karaoke room today at vivakaraoke.com.
Very heavy in vitamin A. Today's shot is brought to you by Trader Joe's carrot juice. Thank you, Trader Joe's, for sponsoring this by letting me steal all this juice.
Did you just like go into the store and ask them for it? Or like
I
assume you traded money for it.
So yeah, today, dude, I mean, thank you for coming, man. You're one of the most, I think, financially irresponsible
100%
Chinese people I know. So we're talking to Kevin Liu today, owner of Matsu Nori and countless other restaurants and businesses that you probably have and maybe some you haven't heard of.
Of course.
And yeah, the first time I met you, dude, so you invited me into Matsu Nori. And actually, this was when we were in London. Andy and I were on like a homoerotic work trip together. We were sharing a room in London, and I got a DM from you. You're like, yo, like, you want to come to Matsu Nori? I was like, oh yeah, for sure. But I'm away this week, and can I come back next time and like bring some of my friends because it's their birthday? Like, I know, like, it's a lot of people to bring 4 people. Like, if it's too much, it's fine. And you laughed in my face. You're like, just bring everyone, and you're all gonna eat way too much. And I'm like, damn, this guy's like generous, right? And so we show up, and Kevin, if you've ever experienced the Kevin effect or experience, you're a very powerful host, right? So you brought out everything.
Choice, I think.
Yeah. Whole menu, dropped off everything. He treated us really well, and he was sitting at the table next to us. And I was like, "Are you gonna eat?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, I just like ordered some Uber Eats. You know, I'm like not I'm tired of my food, right?" And so his Uber Eats comes, and he's like, "I just got some like omakase, some sushi from another sushi place because he owns a sushi restaurant." I was like, "Bro, you just Uber Eats sushi to your own sushi place?" And then I like happened to look at the little receipt thing, and I was like, "This motherfucker just spent like $600 on Uber Eats to his own restaurant."
That was the craziest tip.
Yeah,
for that driver,
dude. Oh yeah, man, crazy. But yeah. So that's when I say financially irresponsible. That's like kind of what I mean.
The funny thing is, I had my manager go pick it up for me.
Oh, so no tip. And that's Chinese frugality.
So, yeah, pretty much.
Exactly. That's fire, dude. So
Constantino did the running.
Yeah. So let's get into it, man. So
yeah, of course.
I mean, how did you get into it? How'd you get into food? Let's start there.
So I just like to eat, man. Like, that's pretty much it. There's nothing special. I like Japanese food, and I figured, hey, instead of going around to different restaurants and spending money, why don't I just have my own and then eat at my own place?
And then you still spend money. You still go around and
spend money.
Yeah, so
and I also donate at my own place.
Yeah.
So it was kind of the opposite effect.
Yeah. So
but that was kind of the thought process going in.
Yeah.
So.
Very misguided. So your original goal failed, but you ended up being very successful in a different way, right? So
pretty much. Yeah.
Pretty cool. So where were you in your life, like pre all of like the restaurant stuff? Like, who are you? What did your life look like?
So I would say I didn't change as much as people would think. So if you would ask like my high school friends, my partners, people who I've known for like decades, who I was back then and versus who I am now, it's pretty much the same little psycho, So back then it was always had a 9 to 5. And then supplemented with, different hustles, different incomes, different, I guess, projects that I work on the side. So in the past, I used to do like ghostwriting for specific individuals who shall not be named.
Like their actual name or their demographic?
Demographic.
Okay. But essentially what that means is like you were writing what, like college stuff?
Essays, college stuff, interviews, scripts, whatever you can think of.
Yeah.
But I also wasn't the person writing it. We had a team of, Ivy educated writers that kind of handled everything, and I was essentially just a middleman.
Interesting.
My writing was not up to par.
Yeah. How did you get into that?
It was just the network that I kind of grew up with.
This was when you were at BU, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So like there was a lot of international students. A lot of like my friends were international students. And then a lot of them just did not like the language,
the writing
struggles,
aspect.
The writing aspect, right? So essentially I actually did everything in the beginning myself. I was like, hey, let me help you out with these assignments. Let me help you out with whatever you need.
You're like, look, I was
Because like they're
born
my
here.
friends, yeah, because I was born here.
Yeah.
And then they would like buy me dinner and stuff like that because I was never given money in college either.
Right.
So everything like going to Chipotle, I would have to pay for myself essentially. So then after a certain while, it was just my friends were like, hey, why don't you just charge for this? Like you're the only person that's doing this in the U.S. Because there's competitors, but they're all like Chinese, unfortunately. Like all in China, none of them are native English speakers. So why don't you just charge for this? And that's what I did.
So you started doing that. That was like your college hustle then, huh?
Yeah.
Damn,
all the way, I think 7 years.
Damn. So you were making some good money then, right?
Yeah.
Can you give us like an example of like an average check size for a client of yours?
So
because we all know international students, they got money, right?
We would charge around $100 per page. So one page, double spaced, times 12 1-inch margins is around $100.
Yeah.
And then, so like a 10-page essay would be like, $1 grand, give or take.
And for a native English speaker, double space, 10 pages,
15
easy.
minutes, 10 minutes.
Yeah. So you were like ChatGPT before ChatGPT. Wow, that's fire, dude. Yeah. But then, like, so you started with papers, but I remember when we talked about this, like, when I first met you, you were saying you eventually evolved into then other services too, right?
Of course.
And so that's when the big money started coming in.
Correct. Yeah. So basically, you do help with job applications, internship applications, master's applications, undergraduate applications, and then everything was done word of mouth. There was no marketing. There was no, there's no push at all for new customers. Everything was done word of mouth. Recommendation only.
It's a small community, right? Like international students in Boston.
Yes and no. I think international students in the U.S. itself is already a big community. And just having like a referral is much easier than having someone come in and it's like, hey, I saw your ad. Can I have your pricing and stuff like that? And then once you tell them your pricing, it'll either scare them away or like they'll ask a bunch of questions and not go for it. I found just referrals in that industry just to be much more efficient.
Crazy. Yeah, I think you had told me, I don't know if you want to like say it publicly, you can tell Andy later too, but like there were some clients that were paying like dumb amounts of money. Like one client and it's just like you're more than a lot of people make in a year. It's like 100%. But then you eventually like moved out of that business and you've done a lot of different things as well.
Of course.
Always seem to be like doing something, entrepreneurial, business. You studied finance at BU, right?
Barely graduated, but yeah.
And then
you could say I studied.
Yeah. But then you worked in finance for a bit, right?
I did. I did asset management. So I started off at Wells Fargo, and then MFS, then Uber, and then now I'm here.
Yeah. So then why do those? I mean, all those names are like very respectable. Like every Asian parent would be like hype on those like careers, right? So what made you leave that stable career for the one career that everyone's like, don't do it?
Because I think I'm in a very fortunate situation where I can do something that I like to do. So I enjoy food. I enjoy the creation, the creativity aspect, not the operations, definitely not the operations. But I think just pivoting to something that I want to do rather than something that I have to do to, just earn income is what got me to switch. Like, why do I still have this job? Do I really need to be here? If I don't, might as well just go all in on what I want to do.
That's awesome, man. So what I think, we talked to another guest who had a similar like career path where he was in corporate finance and then he started in nightlife with he opened up a nightclub and then now a bunch of restaurants, which is actually where Armani is now at La Padrona, his latest restaurant. But he was saying, so like he did this thing where he would almost hedge his bets, mitigate the risk by like almost like cheating on his day job with his night job. So he would like be working in finance, but also be doing nightclub and hospitality on the side. Is that what you did too, like in the beginning?
Yes and no. I think the restaurant has always been a plus. My parents, like I grew up very conservative, very like, typical Chinese family. Yeah. So they've always been 9 to 5. Like my parents have always been 9 to 5. My dad's in tech. Mom used to be an accountant. So like they're very 9 to 5, save your money, kind of, that's how I was raised essentially. So for me, it was like kind of ingrained to always have a 9 to 5 just to be safe. So then after a while, it was just, why not just change my way of thinking? Why, follow in their footsteps and then why not just go all in, take the gamble?
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, I don't need a safer route. I think it's also influenced from friends where it's like, you can take a safe route or you can take a gamble.
All
you
in?
know, all in.
Yeah.
And then I'm definitely more of the all in type.
So that's interesting. So what made you change your mind from that conservative like upbringing to let's just make that leap? Because was there like some event or did you take a look at your life and were like, I'm just not satisfied? Like, because it takes something big to change someone's like
Time.
viewpoint, right? Yeah.
Time. It's all just time.
Time.
It's like if I have time to do this, I need to basically spend my time accordingly. So I have to have enough time to go all in, to do this restaurant stuff versus I'm splitting my time versus, a 9 to 5 and the restaurant stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just time.
Did you not, like, what about the restaurant industry, like, made you want to take the leap, though? Because you were probably quite comfortable financially in corporate jobs. Was it just like you were feeling dissatisfied with that lifestyle? Or is it
I don't think I ever stayed in a corporate job to be financially secure. I think the corporate job was just there more so to like, okay, I have a failsafe and my parents are happy. It wasn't really for like, let me just make some money on the 9 to 5. It was definitely more on the second end. So I think I could have left at any time if I wanted to, but just something just kind of held me there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just comfortable.
It was just comfortable. Yeah.
Okay.
But then I think that's also dangerous. Like when
yeah,
you're
it's very
comfortable,
dangerous. Yeah.
you also want to do less.
Right.
You become complacent with what you
Correct.
have.
Yeah. No, that's a fascinating story. So then, your first foray into the restaurant industry wasn't actually Matsu Nori, right? It was you kind of went in as a partner with some of your older friends.
So my first foray would be Chubby Cattle. It was during COVID, so I had a good amount of money saved up from, writing services.
Yeah.
So it was during COVID, and then basically my partner and one of my best friends from, middle school was like, hey, do you want to buy in? It's, COVID is hitting, but I think we're going to be okay, like, by the end. And I just said, okay. That was all I did.
Yeah.
Said, okay, gave him a good amount of money. And that was it. I never expected to see it back.
Yeah.
And then after a while, once the restaurant started opening again, it was like, hey, I'm opening this, fly in, come do the soft opening with us, come do the menu tasting with us, come like try this food, come see what we're doing. And it was just all of these cool stuff, flying around, trying new restaurants, getting to eat like new food, like getting employees in trouble for serving bad food, all the fun stuff. And then that's kind of what got me into, my first current on hands project.
And you mentioned earlier you're not like a huge fan of the operations side. I remember when I first met you, I was very curious. I was like, because it was new in my sort of like food industry career too, and I was like, how do you do it all? Like what? And I had all these questions. You were like, dude, I literally don't know any of these answers. Like I don't do anything. I was like, what do you do? Like, so what is your role? Like, what is your day to day in all the projects that you're involved with?
Do you want to take a step back and talk about Matsu Nori first, or do you want to?
Yeah, do you want to use Matsu Nori kind of as a story? Maybe it lines up well with kind of like how you operate, right? Like
yeah, pretty much. So basically, how we did Matsu Nori was my friends Ray and Rick and partners.
Oh, gay boy!
What is this?
Come, come help me interview Kevin.
Come on! We're here for dinner, man.
Thanks,
Relax.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, we're not live. No. You want to come interview Kevin with me? This is Chris Hansen to Catch a Predator.
Not this. Yeah, my track record. You freaking This guy goes.
Dude, it's so obvious. We sent him the text.
I didn't think it was obvious.
I was like,
what's happening? I was like, he's like, oh, important people are here. You got to get there ASAP. And I'm like,
dude,
what is he talking about?
He sent me screenshots. He was like, yo, you want to do Christian's podcast? And you were like, no, absolutely not. I don't do podcasts.
I don't do podcasts.
And then he goes, okay, well then do you want to get dinner at Viva Karaoke? And you're like...
and I literally said to him, I'm not going to eat anything now.
Yeah.
No offense.
Yeah.
He
Like that, pause that.
he reacted like accordingly. He was like, Yeah, that's a little too obvious. You think he knows? I'm like,
Viva-
no.
My
Viva has
dumbass
food.
is probably like,
I've never tried their food.
yeah, we're good.
Yeah, that's funny as
So
hell,
you
man.
trick people on your damn podcast?
No, dude, that was all him. No, you
Oh,
actually you
hell
don't
no.
have to do it if you don't want
Okay.
to.
No,
But-
he does have
There'll
to
be
do it.
We
fun
can,
clips.
He's on
Yeah,
payroll.
Yeah,
we
I'll
can-
do the fun clips. I was like,
yeah. We can always edit anything you want out. We can edit your face out. We can. What if you don't want to like be shown?
edit my face.
Yeah.
Oh my god, now that sounds like Catch a Predator.
Well, now he's interviewing Predator.
They're gonna know
Yeah.
Everybody.
Oh, dude, of course. I can put one of those like in those like gangland documentaries where they like do the voice change like my name is Spider. Like we can do the same shit for you.
Okay.
Yeah, but
alright.
like pitch,
That'll be kind of
like,
funny
pitch
actually.
it up.
Yeah.
Yo, actually,
Mickey
actually,
Mouse.
Funny voice,
Yeah.
funny voice.
Yeah.
I would love that.
That's so funny, dude. Well, all right. Well, welcome, dude. This is. I know you don't drink, so we brought a bunch of other shots. It's
Do you have to take the ginger
I
shot?
want to kill this.
Do you want to do?
Freaking God, I gotta kill him. How did I not know this? You know, I freaking hopped in an Uber here
Oh man.
to get here ASAP because you were texting me. And I was celebrating a friend's birthday, and all the owners would come out. Eric and all.
Yeah,
come out and
yeah,
say
yeah.
hi. And this guy's like, "You better not be late. You better not be late." He's like,
I'm dead, man. Shout out to La
But
Padrona.
that's your fault for not seeing it coming. That was a little too obvious. Who gets dinner at Viva
Yeah.
Karaoke? Like,
I don't know. I thought you were gonna like try to like.
Yeah, I know.
That's actually funny, yeah. Dude. Well, no offense, Henry.
Yeah,
love,
yeah.
love everything. You
Right.
wow, good shit on Henry.
Yeah.
But this isn't like his restaurant. You know, he's got actual good restaurants. He's got like
Yeah.
food here, but it's not like great.
What's his best restaurant, Kevin?
Henry's?
Yeah.
We won't talk about it.
HKK,
We will not
Wait,
say anything.
HKK.
Hong Kong Kitchen.
Oh yes.
Or
I
Hong
love
Kong
it there.
Eatery,
I do love it
HKE.
there. I do
Yeah.
love it there. So
Yeah, dude. But how was La Padrona for the seventh
Amazing.
time?
phenomenal. The cod. Did you have the cod?
The cod was great.
Tiger
The cod was great. Yeah. Those two I always
Oh
said
my
that. And the steak was to bust for.
Well, yeah, it was definitely.
yeah.
But that tiger tail and the
Yeah,
cod.
man.
I'm telling you.
Crazy, dude. Yeah. No, that
So let's start interviewing Armani since he's here.
Wait, we gotta take
Did
a
you
shot
get
first,
interviewed?
dude. They can't cancel you, dude. If they cancel you, that's a damn hate crime.
That's a hate crime.
Yeah.
It is.
Because I'm gay.
Gay
Yeah,
people,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly, dude.
And Pride Month is coming.
True. Oh, dude, if they try to cancel you in Pride Month,
100%, yeah.
yeah.
Oh my god, for 2 months I'm safe.
Yeah,
API.
true.
So quick, like you post this shit immediately. Like,
Cheers,
and then
people.
you hashtag
Cheers.
API.
What is this? Is that carrot juice?
Yeah.
That's
This is a transition. Wait, what are we talking about again?
See, you're a classy guy.
Classic.
I love the act of just cheersing and taking shots, and so we'd like to do it even if people don't drink. Anyway, what do you want to ask Kevin?
There's no continuity in the video.
I know,
because
never,
You
yeah.
already came in. So
Yeah.
now we have to start over because of you, because you're late.
Oh,
So
this is
I think-
awesome.
Do you want me to introduce you, or
Yeah, let's introduce
Do you want
him.
Or do you want-
introduce me?
don't want to be anonymous?
I think no, he's the man.
You already said his name like 7.
Oh, true.
I have like 5 names.
Yeah.
Let's do a thing where we introduce each other.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
You go first because
Okay.
I don't want to hear what you.
Alright.
I don't want you to hear what
Okay.
I want to say.
Are we going like?
So I'm going to introduce you.
Yes, you introduce me.
Okay.
I introduce you,
Mhm.
and this is
Okay.
your podcast.
This is
Yeah.
Kevin Liu. He's a budget Asian who
That's
lies
true,
to
yeah.
people and tricks them to get on a podcast.
I didn't lie. I'll Uber Eats
But-
right now.
But I'll say this: he is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
He is. There's no other Kevin Liu in the
Mhm.
world. Okay, there's only one of him.
Yeah.
But he wears a lot of Balenciaga.
Oh,
He wears a lot
no,
of.
no, not today.
But
No.
yes.
What's your least favorite thing about him?
What's my least favorite? He tricks me a lot.
He's a damn sneaky Chinaman is what we call him.
But you know the craziest thing is, right? Kevin is known to be like crazy, but there's not much that you don't like about him. I do give you that. That's one compliment you're gonna get there.
One thing I don't like about Kevin is how he forces everyone to drink,
Except me.
but then he doesn't drink.
Wow.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like you've seen
He
it
sounds like
5
all
times.
my family members.
Yeah, that's a lot. That is a lot of Southeast Asians, man.
We do
Yeah, it's a
that.
lot of Southeast Asians. Dude. But yeah. All right, now.
So can you do a nice one for me? Because
Yeah, of course.
That's kinda nice.
So this is
There we go.
Armani. This is your usual, MO. Like
Yeah.
like if you don't have money, he's like the guy to go to. He's like the budget influencer who takes free pictures of your food
Yeah.
as a restaurateur.
Mhm.
There were a lot of boxes checked when we hired him.
Yeah.
For DEI purposes.
Oh, shit.
Gay and Asian.
Yeah.
Cambodian, yeah.
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 So yeah, that's Armani for you.
Cambodian Chinese though.
Even better.
Yeah. And Armani, dude, I mean, honestly, it's an honor to be seated next to you, dude, because I always thought you were probably one of the swaggiest, most stylish.
Swaggiest, no way.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, look, you're wearing a damn, like, corduroy, like, what do you call this, bomber?
I
Sure.
don't even know, bomber. It's from Zara.
Yeah.
It's a bomber. Yeah.
I love
every
those.
time I stand next to him, he makes me feel homeless.
Dude,
So.
same,
Are you
man.
kidding me?
Yeah, always with the brooches. I don't even know how to
The
pronounce that.
suits,
I didn't have it today.
everything.
Yeah, this like fancy shoe thing. I like it. It's great.
Like the red
Time out.
bottoms.
Fully.
He is talking so much right now, but his T-shirt is probably $500.
Yeah, probably.
His pants, his sweats are probably like $600.
Yeah.
Like this guy gets bored and goes walk to the store and picks up like a Celine tracksuit, and he's all like, "What did I wear this to?"
This fucker.
And it's like,
Yeah.
I'm serious. That's him.
Yeah. He
It's
flew to
crazy.
Japan for a damn Patek.
Yes, he makes me feel poor. So
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's insane.
Yeah, but
man.
that's not public knowledge.
It's public now, baby. I was like-
Oh, man. But yeah, dude. I mean, so like, all right, it's gonna be hard. Like, we'll just fucking keep talking about Matsu Nori because I
Yeah.
mean, you were what? You were wanted to open a restaurant. We covered his whole origin story. He was doing homework with the Chinese and he got a lot of money.
Lots of money. We talked about that too,
I want to hear that part.
So now you can be the like ad libber and just like
Okay.
come in and like ask more follow up questions, whatever
Okay.
during the.
Asking about Matsu Nori.
Yeah. We're gonna get through the origin story pretty quick, and then we'll
Yeah.
get to the fun stuff.
Okay.
But because I want people to know, like, because I think it is a really cool story, and like how the fact that you don't do shit at your restaurant, but you're still, you know what I'm saying? So like, how did it all happen?
So basically, two friends, they wanted to do a restaurant. I said, okay. I was actually the last person to join. And then they were like, what should we do? They said tamaki. And I didn't even know what tamaki was, to be honest. And I was like, let's do something unique. And they're like, handrolls are unique. There's none in Boston. I was like, oh, okay. And then they kind of just did everything. And then I like brought customers. And yeah, and that's how it started.
Yeah. So literally, your only like skills that you developed for or that you used for that project was like
Talking.
literally talking to people.
I have no other skills.
Sales.
So, like,
Having a bunch of money to invest.
and then investment as well. But yeah, everyone was probably chipping in a bit too. But yeah, no. So from there, you were like, I like this life. Like I can just like hang out with people, give people free food, bring people in, and then I have a restaurant.
My partners never complained because we've actually been full or at capacity since day one.
Yeah, that's wild.
So since day one, I filled it up with friends and family,
Yeah.
Friends of friends for like the first few months, and then my chef would probably be the only partner and chef who complains about too many customers.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
kind of see that too.
But keep coming though. We're not.
Yeah.
We're not to come. But I have to say though, you miss out a lot though. I mean, I know we make fun of you. We say you don't do a lot, but
Yeah.
he really, when it comes to Matsu Nori, this man is about quality.
Yeah.
Like honestly, and that's one thing that I learned a lot. I mean, he makes fun of my taste buds because I enjoy a lot of different kind of food,
Yeah.
including like Chili's and other chains, and he doesn't.
Like Waku Waku.
Yeah.
Like,
That's so mean.
Yeah.
Waku Waku is good. Okay, I still go there. I don't care what big
you
bloggers.
can edit that part out.
No, we should say that too.
Yeah.
I don't care what big bloggers say Waku Waku is not good. I don't trust their taste buds.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Everybody's different, but Waku Waku is good.
But Chili's is great too, dude.
Chili's is great, and they're closing some locations.
That's fucked up,
I
man.
saw it on TikTok, and I was pissed.
Damn, bro. I know. So you're from Lowell.
I know what Chili's is.
You
What
do?
is it?
Oh, yeah, what is it?
Listen.
Have you been
I
to a
don't
Chili's?
know.
Bro, that's crazy.
I am not the topic of this conversation. Right
That's wild, man. This dude's never been to
Relax,
Chili's.
man.
Yeah, we gotta take
Oh
you to
my
a Chili's.
It's not Japanese food, so I don't know, man.
I know that's another thing. This dude only eats Japanese. food.
Only omakases all day.
Yeah, and then he'll complain about I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
But,
He's like, Armani, you want to go to dinner? Where? Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I'm like, oh, you're just going to throw
Wash
out 400
in,
bucks,
whatever,
500 bucks
this
a
other
person
thing,
tonight?
yeah.
Like, wow.
insane, bro.
Bougie.
To be fair, I lost, so I paid for the extra stuff that day.
Just the extra. But I still paid for
Yeah,
my meal.
because you were too scared to bet
I
the whole
was.
thing.
You know how many times I lose credit card roulette with this guy?
I think he hacks his damn phone.
Yeah.
The game that he plays, he programmed that shit.
He
Oh,
programmed
Christian
it.
lost
I
last
time,
believe
too.
it.
Yeah, I lost
Christian
that a
lost
couple
last time
times.
too.
The trend is everybody else who plays with him always loses.
Yeah, I saw you. I saw you lose on your story though to what's his name, John from Noxon. Is his name John? Noxon?
No, I didn't lose to John.
Oh, I thought you did.
No,
Oh,
John
he-
lost.
Oh, damn.
That's why he headed the
Crazy.
check.
Yeah, so no one.
Yeah.
Have you ever lost?
When my lunches with David are like $1,000.
The cheap
Jesus
ones? Oh,
Christ.
no.
Yeah.
In New York, whenever I play with David, I lose.
Yeah,
Kevin's gonna start
Sometimes.
regretting because we're gonna gang up.
dude, we'll take him to Chili's and he'll lose there. But yeah, so what's your motto, right? From
Oh, I wish I had it with me.
yeah.
So I always wear like this Dior brooch. Grew up in Section 8.
In Lowell.
Kind of like self-made here. But I always say like my tagline is, I swear nobody better steal this. From poor to Dior.
Yeah,
That's my motto.
And you're always wearing a
Yo,
Dior.
you judging me?
That was hot.
That was lit. Okay, from poor to Dior. Ain't nobody ever say that.
No.
Not
We'll
even
trademark it, dude.
Yeah, we trademark
Yeah,
that.
but
You better help me pay for it.
Tell me about your experiences in Lowell at the Chili's, because me and you have both had some great experiences at that Chili's in Lowell by the movie theater.
That's where he met Nick.
Cut.
In the women's bathroom.
No. They're unisex
Where they had
now. No, it's
Dude, speaking of unisex bathrooms, how's the La Padrona bathrooms?
I love it. It's like the Quinn House. So
Yeah.
It's like,
I've never been
it's
there.
like unisex. So it's just stalls, and you go in and you get your own private stall. But the sink and common areas, like you wash hands. It's like kind of public.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Like,
It's cool.
I can't wait. I'm gonna go there and just rip farts. Yo, can you pour us also a little water?
Actually, I am lactose intolerant.
Yeah, bro. But that shit is too good to not eat it all, you know. So.
I agree. Honestly, though, I don't know if they get their cheese imported because I'm fine. I ate like all their food. It's like all the cheeses. I mean, I feel fine.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm not lactose.
Well, a lot of cheese is lactose free.
Is it?
Yeah, because it's like
Swiss cheddar, I think.
Yeah,
I think Parmesan is
Parmesan. Yeah.
Okay, so I did have Parmesan. Okay, are you sure?
Yeah, but they probably use
Okay.
cream in it, which is definitely
That would-
lactosey.
Yeah, that would get me.
But dude, honestly, like every Asian is, and we all still do it, right? It's like
Well,
who gives a
apparently
fuck?
Kevin isn't.
Oh wow!
I don't think I am.
Well, you also don't eat. When's the last time you ate dairy? Dairy's for the poor, you've said.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't do.
I don't even think I've
He-
said that.
Actually, I might have heard him say that.
Putting words in my mouth now. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, proof.
Oh, I'm just happy it's words. Anyway,
Oh, and what's
with Armani, you don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, so that's your dairy line. What's your dairy line? Like cream on me or whatever? I've also heard you say.
It's rude to ignore people.
I don't know what he's talking.
I've
about.
heard you say. I remember one of the first times I met you in person. We went to Zuma, and
Can we hold on real quick?
Yeah.
Can we go back to the unisex bathrooms with Armani and Nick?
oh yeah. Well, I'm
What
just
was
saying.
that story?
I mean,
What do you mean?
I'm just saying. So like, we
There's
both grew up.
continuity here because
We both grew up around the Lowell Chili's movie theater, and we probably both went on several dates there. And I remember back in high school and college and shit. That would be it's a great setting for lewd activities because it's a very large parking lot.
Who would
It's
do
dark.
that there? What are you talking?
Armani is so familiar with that parking lot.
To include, I don't want to get divorced.
Yeah.
Scott, newlywed.
Yeah, dude, congratulations, man.
Thank you, thank you.
And I've seen you on Instagram. You've been going on. You've had like 7 or 8 honeymoons.
Yes, I believe that you
What?
need to celebrate life.
Yeah. What?
He's
So
going
can
to
you
Tokyo next too.
really
Tokyo, Okinawa.
in
and
2024
Kyoto.
alone? Where have you been?
Oh wow! I would say the biggest one that we started with was Bora Bora, and then went to the Bahamas, went to Paris. Oh my God, where else?
Bali?
No, not yet. I was kidding.
Did you do?
What else did we do? Oh my God, I can't remember.
By the way, just a break. Do you want to go to EDC tomorrow?
No.
He asked me the same thing. This, do not break this.
Yeah.
Like, include this. This is his life.
Yeah, I know.
You see what I'm
It
saying?
really
Like,
is.
He'll text me. He'll be like,
Yeah.
EDC? And
Yeah.
I'm like, when? Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah, sure. Let me just drop 10K.
Yeah, he's like, bro,
To
want
go
to
party.
Okay, but like David said, he'll get me wheelchair service.
That is pretty chill. That's like the next level. There's like bottle service and then it's wheelchair service.
I'll go if
I
you
think
get me. I'll go if you get me on a private jet, and then like when we land in Vegas, you'll get us to EDC on a helicopter.
And you'll go?
I don't know.
Because
he
you
makes
know he'll
things
do
happen.
it.
He makes things happen. That's the scary thing about Kevin. though.
Yeah.
It's not a dislike. It's I'm scared of that part of it.
Yeah.
Like if you
You can't really tell when I'm kidding or
he
when
can
I'm
make
not.
Yeah.
anything happen.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
Do you think he could make you go straight?
No,
Damn.
no.
Just get a time machine.
Nick is too
Mm.
beautiful. and
Yeah.
perfect.
Dude, Nick is a wonderful guy, man.
He's
He's got
perfect.
excellent
Nick's
facial
He's
hair. Very
He has the best.
sharp facial hair. Excellent.
Do you
Yeah.
know he doesn't go to like a barber shop to get it lined up or anything? He literally does it himself. His eyebrows are not plucked. It literally is naturally like that.
And what is he? Is he what race?
He is French Canadian,
Okay.
a little bit of German and Irish as well.
Wow. Is he hairy? Like body wise? Because he's got a really good facial hair. Adam.
He's
You don't have to talk about it. You don't have to talk about it. But I was just thinking because I don't know, like,
I feel like Armani forgets he's on camera.
I get so scared. If,
dude, I was talking
Yeah.
about like
I'm
men
gonna
who
Snapchat
shave their
you.
pubes, and there some girl was telling me like that she likes when they shave you shave their pubes, but if you're hairy, you got to shave everything else because otherwise it's just
what?
you know what I'm saying. Like, what if you just shave the
What if you-
pubes, but then you just have a hairy stomach?
That would be weird. I
Right?
think that would be weird.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I don't know. I think people nowadays they do too much.
manscaping.
Manscaping.
Yeah.
I think it's well, we're Asian, so we're like
Yeah,
hairless.
dude, fully hairless, dude.
I do not shave my armpits or any of that stuff.
Yeah,
I
no.
don't know. I kind of like embrace it.
Yeah.
Are you-
I wish I can grow facial hair.
Are you in a
Same.
tank top under that?
Oh my God, am I? No, it's actually a t-shirt.
Okay.
Suede.
Okay.
Suede t-shirt.
Do you, yeah. He's always wearing tank tops. Like he'll wear a tank top to damn Zuma.
Yeah, and he's probably wearing sweats,
Yeah,
right?
probably.
Of course.
Speaking of
But you know
tops,
what?
are you more of a top or a bottom?
Okay, watch.
Anyway, so what were we talking about? Zuma?
That was very quiet, dude. It got really quiet. Like just nothing.
No, we'll take the
Listen.
harassment off of you.
No, but
Let's harass Kevin
let's
jointly.
go to Armani's
That
background.
one's fine.
Back to
Yeah.
Armani's background. You know,
Oh,
Yeah.
He started from the bottom.
Yeah, what's the thing you're most proud about coming
and he's
from?
still a bottom. See, now you can tell. I'm right. 'Cause he's
Yeah.
like laughing. He's smiling. It's fine.
how would Kevin know this, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, are
'Cause
we
you
gonna start
start- you-
rumors? Are we gonna start rumors? How does Kevin know, right?
I think Hudson still has PTSD from Auntie Anne's.
Oh, my
Oh,
God,
yeah.
Hudson.
Auntie
He loves
Anne's.
pretzels, I heard.
Yeah.
But, like,
I think your exact words were
Just for reference for the viewers.
Yeah.
there's no reference here.
Yeah.
Auntie Annie's is a great pretzel
I
spot.
do love Auntie Anne's.
Yeah. I still wait in line and go.
Yeah.
Actually, I did that when I went to Vegas, but
You also did that on the car ride to New York.
I did. Did I? I did. Oh my God, I did. With
Yeah.
Kevin.
Really?
Yeah, when we're going to New York,
And then I sent a picture to Hudson of Armani at Auntie Anne's. He blocked me.
so stupid.
Oh,
But what I'm
man.
most proud of.
Yeah.
The quote
say-
for the audience. The quote was, "I get folded like a
No,
pretzel."
that is so not true.
You guys can figure it out.
Whoa, do I look like
The audience wants a demonstration of how you get folded.
Either you or is this the Howard Stern show? What is this? You better be bleeping everything.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. We replaced like
This is uncensored, by the way.
we censor all of the swear words by replacing them with racial slurs.
Do you really?
Yeah, so we'll put a
I
worse
actually
word.
believe that. I have watched the podcast. I don't know what you're talking about. I've watched it. By the way, you did a
man.
good one with Eric. That was really
Eric's
good.
was really good. It was
I
very
thought
wholesome.
That was so
Yeah,
good.
yeah. He's
Oh,
a
this
great
is
guy.
wholesome too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, we can make a
Not yet.
emphasis on the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
but
I
yeah,
don't know.
man.
Armani's nervous because you see he's like still grabbing his drink.
I don't like being on camera.
Why, dude?
As much as
You're
people
so
think I
pretty.
do.
Yeah, I actually also
Like,
don't like being on
Isn't
camera.
that weird? No,
Yeah.
you're so good at it.
Well, dude, so are you. So it's just what you just gotta face your fears and like sometimes you just bend over for the camera. Sometimes it's fine. But
Or fold up for the camera.
yeah, yeah.
Whatever preference you have. I don't know.
I think you have a very photogenic
I'm
face.
sorry you do that for free, but those. But thank
Oh,
you. Thank
man.
you.
But no, you always look great on camera. Why do you not like being on camera?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess growing up, being in the closet a lot, I have still some fear of like, being so vulnerable and just
Yeah.
being myself and being judged. Like with good friends like you guys, obviously when we go out, not in front of the camera,
Yeah.
like I am myself. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like when it comes on camera, it's like I don't trust everybody enough
Yeah.
to like be able to just put myself out there. Sometimes I like the curiosity piece. I want people to wonder like, oh, how is Armani like? in
Yeah.
person? I don't want to give everything away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I was intimidated by you when I first met you.
Were you really?
Yeah, but I mean, it quickly faded when I realized how chill and
How
unhinged you are
flamboyant he was.
as a person. But because of the persona, right? It's like very like, I mean, it's almost like, you know, the Dior, the nice hair, the beautiful porcelain skin.
Oh my gosh.
Not porcelain as much as
Violet style.
yeah.
You like that though? That was
I
good
do.
fun.
That was good.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I really don't do it.
Best facials
Yeah.
I heard.
I'm sorry. It was a wholesome moment, and I totally.
No,
just
it's okay.
cut
It's
you
okay.
off.
It's okay. Yeah, no. All I'm trying to say is that you're very handsome and good on camera.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
And
I
Cambodian.
appreciate
And
that.
Cambodian.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm proud of my heritage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you like more, the Cambodians or the Chinese?
You know, I can't say that because that's almost like saying, do you like your mom or your dad more?
That
Because my
is-
dad is like full Chinese, my mom is
Oh.
like Cambodian, so I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm proud of both. I'm very proud.
Fair enough.
I do admit though, I wish I grew up with more of like learning more about the Chinese heritage, you know, because that's part of me. But my dad, I mean, again, he grew up in Cambodia, so that's what I knew growing up. That's all we did. That was their custom, tradition. That's all I know. But yeah, I wish I knew more Chinese because now meeting Kevin and hearing him talk Chinese when I'm with him out at dinner with his friends, and I'm just sitting there being my Cambodian self and I understand. He's always saying something, and I get so nervous sometimes.
I don't lie, so I don't know, man. Nothing I say could possibly be that
You
bad.
don't lie. Wait, this is dinner? Is this
Do you
still
want?
dinner?
I'll get Uber Eats right
No,
now.
I'm kidding.
What do you want to eat? We just can't waste it.
I want Mistral.
Oh my god.
All right,
You guys are all,
Lisa.
thanks,
you guys
Lisa.
are all bougie.
Call Lisa. I want Mistral.
She has an event today, otherwise she'd be here too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, does she know about this?
The podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She knows?
I told her I was going on a podcast with Armani on Wednesday. You should come. She said she has a event today. I told you,
You know,
that it was going to be a podcast.
I do have to say, like, when he mentioned your name, I was like, oh, it's Christian.
Yeah.
Yay, I want to go. 'Cause
And
I
then
like
he
Christian.
never
Oh, hell
even
yeah,
put one
thank
and
you,
one
bro.
together for some
Yeah.
reason.
I don't know why I didn't do that. Yeah. Well, I didn't know you were filming at Viva,
Oh yeah.
which is an awesome karaoke place.
Yeah.
Everybody should
Shout out
stop
to Viva,
by, check
man.
it out. It's fun.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I have equity. Yes,
Yeah.
I love Viva. Viva's great. You should
Yeah.
all come to Viva.
Yeah. Oh,
You
man.
love it here.
Yeah. Now you just don't like karaoke too much, right? Because
Do you?
I don't usually go to karaoke.
Yeah.
My family does.
Dude, yeah. Asians love it.
Southeast Asian.
Southeast Asian specifically.
Yeah.
What? Who's more fun, Chinese people or Cambodians?
Oh, they're so different.
Yeah.
It's so different. So, like, I feel like Chinese, the way you guys party, I'm going to say this in the best way possible. Please, Cambodians, do not cancel me. It's like very, like, it's not as crazy and chaotic as the way Cambodians party.
Yeah. Southeast Asian.
Let's just put it that way. We party crazy. Like weddings,
Yeah.
baby showers, birthdays, whatever it is, any excuse possible. Like there's a bottle of Henny.
Multiple.
Multiple, yeah.
Yeah.
But
So,
it's
so
never,
would
ever
crazy
empty.
be the right word choice, or do you mean like
Wild.
ratchet?
Ratchet is
It
definitely
is not,
yeah.
okay, my family is not ratchet. We are a classic.
Dude, I went to a.
Did you just make... Hold on.
What?
It's about to be a fight.
In my mind, as we go,
Yeah.
it's how do we trigger our money
Yeah,
as we go? Yeah, that's
Called me
kind of
ratchet.
yeah, but I said it like nicely.
That was a very classy way of saying it, I guess.
You've done a lot. You put in a lot of effort to be classy, right? So that triggers you when people call you.
You know, growing up poor.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so just being from Lowell, and I currently live in Lowell, and I'm proud of it.
Yeah.
I love it there. I think being from Lowell, when I go to events, like obviously, you know, some with more affluent people, and I
Mhm.
tell them I'm from Lowell, I get a lot of looks,
Mm.
a lot of judgment immediately because they just automatically, you know.
Assume because we don't know where
Yeah.
Lowell's from, like where Lowell is.
Oh.
Wait, no, it has a different reputation.
Yeah.
And we're not all the same. I mean, just because we're from a certain area doesn't mean like we're a certain way.
Mhm.
And that's just kind of like my way of fighting it. Growing up, I knew what I wanted to be. How I wanted to be perceived.
Mhm.
That's just kind of like how I built myself up. And
Yeah.
it's authentically me. Like this is literally what I want to be.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not like I, want to be falling into some kind of like stereotype. You're
No,
from Lowell.
of course not, dude.
But don't smile at me like that. Making me nervous.
Oh man! All right, let's talk about dating, man. Let's talk about dating.
Yes.
You know, just a fun fact: Armani used to date women.
Yeah. You've had multiple girlfriends, right?
Couple.
Yeah. When did you?
So I
when
think
did
it's
you?
relevant.
When did you stop doing women's?
By the way, this is supposed to be my podcast from like me. I love how it's like transitioning.
Wait,
to,
it's supposed to be
We'll-
about
we'll-
him?
we'll-
We
we'll do-
change?
oh, yeah.
Okay.
we'll get there eventually, but you
Yeah.
first. You first.
How much did I pay you to change?
She's gonna clip all the bride from the show.
Oh, so I'm supposed to be here to compliment Kevin.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want. You can
Yeah.
harass him, torture him. You can flatter him, whatever.
I complimented you.
Yeah.
Same.
Did
If
you?
there's anything you want to know about him that you've never like talked about, you ask him.
Actually, yes. There's
Yeah.
a lot about Kevin I don't
what?
know. I think it's so sweet, though. Can I talk about
Yeah,
this? I don't
dude.
know if you can cut this out. The sweetest thing that Kevin did,
Yeah.
which is something I wish I could do, but my mom is not alive anymore. He bought his mom a Birkin, and I thought that was the sweetest and most wholesome thing ever.
That
And
is
he
nice.
cared. This man cared about picking out the scarf that goes with the bag for her so he can give it to her. And I thought that was like the most wholesome thing. So it's like, family is everything to me. And not that I'm saying, tell me everything about your family, but it's like seeing that side of you and meeting your brother on your birthday and all that.
Oh,
it
that
just-
was wild.
That
yeah.
was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like this, Kevin is real. Like,
Yeah,
he has a whole family we don't know about.
Yeah.
But I think it's so wholesome to see how much you care about your parents like that. And then like when they come in, you arrange things for them to make sure that they have a really good experience and all that. So that right there, I really admired and loved about you because I'm like that with
Mhm.
my family.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Do you? So would you say you're quite close with your family?
Yes and no. I think if I haven't gone home for a while, staying at home's great for around 2 days.
Yeah. I'm
After that, it's just like,
yeah.
the
Gotta go.
whole Asian tiger parents kind of
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah. No,
I don't think it's that. I think you're just kind of on the go all the time. You can't even sit still for like 2 seconds.
And that is true.
Yeah.
I think that's that. I think that's that. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's wholesome about you. I think
Yeah.
knowing more about that side of Kevin,
Hmm.
I think it's kind of cool.
How are you as a brother? It's a kind of a big age gap, right?
It is. 8
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. So you
Oh,
probably
wow.
Are you like a bully or pedophile
half
or
and
whatever?
half.
Oh.
Like, at least I make sure he's okay, he's
Yeah.
taken care of, and then I bully him.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Order of operations.
Right.
If he doesn't bully you, you're not on good terms with Kevin.
Yeah.
This is not bully. This is an opportunity.
What?
The podcast, getting you here was not bullying.
Oh,
That's opportunity. What kind of
sneaky
opportunity
Chinese
is
trickery
that?
is what it is.
What kind of opportunity is this?
For you to be yourself on camera.
On camera.
Okay.
Good luck.
Which again, we don't have to show it. Whatever.
This is me, people.
Yeah.
All right, so when we get the good clips, I want like the collaboration post, Forking with Armani and Chops
Oh,
Are
I
Perfect.
can't do that. It's like-
I'll take your phone, don't worry.
Man.
You can do Armani towel.
No. Use the other one. The other one looks better.
I can't.
Uh,
I have brand deals.
yeah. Oh man, dude, we got some real havers in the building. Yeah, but so you're with a lovely lady right now. I won't say her name, but she's beautiful. She's
I love her.
yeah, she's great. So that's what's your that's kind of your type, right? Like what do they call it? Big eyes, small face. Like just the pretty Chinese international. Yeah.
She's literally
Yeah.
a walking filter.
Dude, yeah.
She is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we had an interesting conversation the other day where you said like what you're looking for in a relationship is basically like someone who essentially is just making your life easier, right? So can you talk a little bit more about like what you look for in women in relationships?
Like, if I'm working and providing, right? Like, as a man, I can provide and protect, do what I need to do, take care of the family, take care of her. I think her, I don't want to say job, but like, I guess her role in the relationship is to make me feel less stressed, right? If you have a female or a partner that's consistently adding to your work while you're already working, it's kind of counterintuitive. So I think for me, it's just like I need someone to just like put my mind at ease and kind of just more of a soothing effect.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah, I'm totally with you there. I think like you don't want to be, a lot of people are just stressed out all the time, work, whatever. You come home and then it's more stress. Like what the hell? But we were talking to a girl yesterday who just self-described type A personality. So very ambitious, a lot of stuff going on in her life, and she finds that she's having trouble with a lot of guys because they get insecure about like she's doing so much, she's so successful. What are your thoughts on like the type A woman?
I think they can only date up, right? It's more like pride, if anything. But them dating up means that they're also going for a guy who doesn't actually care about their success.
What's success though? I've always wanted to ask that to people. It's like, what is success? Like, I feel like people like get so wrapped up in that success is about the job title, about some kind of like getting some kind of notoriety or something. And I'm just like, is that though? Is it? I just feel like that's the stress that people give themselves when they set those kind of societal standards and societal
100%.
norms. And for me, it's like success is having that financial security. I'm not saying I need to be like a millionaire. Do you know what I mean? It's like just being at a place where you're comfortable, but still having time to be with family and loved ones. That is success to me. Like,
having good relationships, people who care about you.
Exactly.
It's the stuff that money can't really buy.
That's it. Exactly. So that's like a good question. It's like when you're talking about like dating up, it's like, what does dating up mean? Are we now gonna set people in like, classify people?
But if you think about it, right? Like if you say, somewhat successful, like just vaguely, somewhat successful type A personality female, is she really gonna date someone who might be like a barista at like a coffee shop?
I would say yes. Like,
even if the guy's really happy, has a very happy with his family, right? But like realistically, do you think that's something that would happen?
I do.
I disagree.
Why?
Because I think he cannot keep up with her quality of life and lifestyle.
And I find that sad because like quality of lifestyle could be different. You could be different and still make things work. And the reason why I say this is like I find there's more value when you grow together. When you do things together, whether or not someone's at a different level, you uplift each other when you find the right person, and you get to like a level where
but
like
generally when you're already at a certain level, I don't see you like looking down.
I wouldn't look down on anyone.
Not looking down on somebody, but like I don't see you like dating down. Does that make sense? Like
by like societal standards of status, right? Like when we say down, like because unfortunately, I think because I agree with you. Sorry, I stroked your leg. I agree with you in the sense that like I think like that we shouldn't impose these societal standards on people, but for better or worse, most people do. So like this girl I'm talking about, I think you know her, Tiffany Chen from she's like very. She's a public figure, like beautiful, everything. She's always put together and just grinder, right? And so not like that, but she, she's like dates like athletes, like people that are making a lot of money. Like, do you think like a person like her would be satisfied? Like just because like most likely there's like this level thing in her head where it's like, there are levels of success.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's pride.
Yeah,
it's all pride.
I guess it's different for everybody.
Yeah.
If that's something that someone is like looking at, to find a partner, I could see what you're saying. I guess I can understand both, but like for me, personally,
it is sad though that it's a thing.
Yeah. I never cared about that ever.
Yeah.
Like I mean, not that I'm saying.
But I think it's different because we are in the position of being a guy.
Yeah. So how would you feel about the different scenarios? So like, would you feel any type of way about dating a barista?
I would not.
Yeah, but if
it doesn't make a difference to me,
right?
As
long as they're such a good person and like.
No, I say like I would date a barista.
Oh, you would?
Yeah, I would.
Okay.
But I'm saying it should be different.
But if you were a girl, you wouldn't date a barista.
Correct.
Yeah. Do you think you'd be?
Go ahead. Sorry.
No.
I just find it so interesting because like here again, right? Like I always focus on this because like the job title thing, barista, is like. What is? They're still a person. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody's like on their own path. Like I have been in a place where I was like, oh, I need to change careers again. I don't like what I'm doing. I'm not happy.
Right.
And then I decided to change careers, right? And I am now, let's just say, starting over again, wherever I am. I could be considered a coordinator somewhere. And then everyone's like, oh, but he's just a coordinator. It's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like I was established in my previous career. I'm just starting over again. I think that takes more balls.
Yep.
than to just kind of stay in one lane and just because you're like, I'm already up, I don't want to change my career because I'm already up here, but I'm not happy. But like, I think it takes more balls to like, you know, be an adult and actually come to terms like, hey, I want to change my career. I want to do this. Maybe I need to be a barista for now to figure out my next steps. And it just, I don't know, but I guess for me, no, nothing against you. I don't think you meant it that way, but for me, it's so cringe when I hear someone say, "Would you date a barista?" I'm like,
Yeah, we're using
Like-
barista as kind of like
an example.
yeah, okay,
And we
yeah.
like again, there's we've been in baristas, like
But I think so. I speak for like myself and like a lot of
Mhm.
my friends. It's like for our dating like targets, right? It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
As long as like the girl is a good person, like
Mhm.
she fits the criteria that I just described. Like she's basically calms us. She's like always very happy. She's like basically a plus in our life. Then it's fine. We don't actually care what she does.
But what would you do to make her happy?
We take as much time. We spend time together, right?
Yeah.
We always care for each other. We have different hobbies. We're not dating random people.
I know.
Make us happy. Like there has to be some kind of connection.
Of course, there's gotta be.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think back to the point of like why someone like, the person you mentioned before probably wouldn't look at a barista is quality of life. So like Armani, for example, if you're at the point of your life where you're only staying in Four Seasons, you're only flying private or first class, just imagine, right? I'm just saying, just imagine this, right? And then you decide to date someone who cannot fit that lifestyle or who cannot like even fathom that kind of lifestyle. There's always going to be a disconnect.
What do you mean they can't fathom it?
So like they're not in the same position that you are to be able to do everything. So then you, as as I guess the main person, would end up paying for everything, taking care of everything, and just provide everything essentially. So like,
yeah.
But I
get what you're
think the
saying.
gender stereotypes
Mhm.
on top of that is what makes it hard.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of doctors, like because one of my best friends in Boston's a doctor, MGH, and then he knows like a lot of like 30 to 40-year-old females who are very successful in their field, and they all have trouble dating. I think it's the same problem.
Yeah.
Do you think it's setting that standard for
It's
themselves?
just a standard, correct?
That's why I said what I said. It's like be a good person.
Yeah.
Find a good
Of
person.
course,
Find
yeah.
someone that works for you, and I feel like things will work out. And whether or not they can conform to like this lavish lifestyle or not, right? Maybe you wouldn't want to be with them anyways because if they're not seeing their life that way, then was it going to work out? But to the point, what you're saying is like they can't conform to your lifestyle. If I'm private jets and all on my way, but like private jets, Four Seasons, and all that,
Yeah.
like when I love someone, I want them to be able to like
Join you.
join and
Yeah.
enjoy that too. So,
But then you also don't think of the pressure that you're putting on them.
I mean, and that's the thing. You always have to be over
Compromise,
communicate.
of course.
Over communicate. It's like, well, then they wouldn't be after me in the first place, right? Thankfully, I'm married. I found the perfect guy. But like, let's just say if I were single and that happened, like they wouldn't want to be after me because I'm in that lifestyle already, right? So they wouldn't want anything to do with
But
me.
see, that just proves my
You know
point.
what I'm saying?
What I'm just saying before, how like she would not date a barista because they would not be.
But that's backwards. Like I think like, okay, realistically speaking, most people are probably like after someone who's already well established, right? Not backwards. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you're well established and you're looking, I don't want to go backwards. That's what I mean. It's like I feel like that's kind of like cringe is not the word. Obviously,
Yeah.
it does cringe me, but like
Yeah.
not going backwards is kind of like, ugh. I don't know. It's like a level of
Like a lack of like humanity almost, where you're like, I've been there, and now who am I to look down on someone because they're in a different spot in life?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I mean, come on. Realistically speaking, let's just say, okay, someone who's not well established, right? And they meet you, you're super established. You want to make a bet? They're gonna want to date you. They're gonna want to go to those Four Seasons with you. They're gonna want to go on those private jets with you because everybody wants to experience. They don't know if they're gonna like it yet because nobody knows whether or not they're gonna like that lifestyle.
I agree. No, I
Yeah.
agree with that part.
Yeah.
But I think it's because of the gender.
Yeah. So
I know-
imagine
I know
like
what
if he
you
was
mean
a
by
girl,
that.
like
Yeah.
a lot of guys would probably be like, "Ooh, that's scary. He's like
Correct.
some crazy rich
That
Asian."
was the gender
Yeah.
point. Because I was going
I
back
get
on
the
that
gender
example.
part.
Yeah,
Yes. Okay. So if it was a woman,
Correct.
that's well established, you think a guy that's not as established should be
Yes.
scared of that
Yeah.
because of societal norms.
Yeah.
Right.
The guy has to provide, is what people think.
Of course.
Which is why it's
And
so
this
hard
is the
for
fight
like
about gender roles.
Yeah.
Right there, yeah.
But then that's why it's so
nothing.
hard
Yeah.
for people like
high
that to-
achieving
that
women.
to-
Yeah. It's
type
tough,
of-
man.
Yeah, to date.
Like, yeah, it's tough. Like, I was trying to give her. I was like, I don't know. Like, I would say pretend to be poor. You know, pretend to be less.
I would say just have a different friend group.
Oh yeah, that's a good point too. Yeah, just find people.
Find a new friend
higher
group.
status. Yeah, man. Do you think it's acceptable for like when you're rich to do infidelity?
No.
No, of course not.
Because this is an observation I've seen. Is a lot of rich people tend to, and this is like kind of an old-fashioned way of thinking. Like in a lot of old Asian cultures, I don't know if this is the same in Cambodia, but like with Vietnam, it's like if you're kind of like a rich dude and you're married, like people kind of just expect you to be having mistresses or whatever, and it's like no one bats an eye, no one like asks questions. It's like pretty normal.
Yeah.
And so I think in America, it's probably not as normal, but I feel like I still see that type of shit. Like I would imagine a lot of rappers or whoever, if they're like or musicians, like if they've been with someone for a long time.
Mhm. I can't judge that because I don't know that life.
Yeah.
But for me at least, growing up, like I can thankfully say I was raised in such a healthy household because my mom and dad were so in love. Like I've never seen a love like theirs.
Yeah.
And that's something that I admire, that I respect, that I want. And luckily, I'm like that with Nick. And I don't know, it's like I can get emotional over this, but it's like my mom and dad were so freaking in love with each other. And that's something that I grew up on. So I never really saw a lot of the infidelity piece because, I mean, we see it, but like it's a shocker. It is news. It's news. And we talk about that stuff because they're like, oh, did you hear? Did you hear this? Did you hear that? It happens, obviously, in my family too. But it's not a norm for us. We don't think that whether or not someone has money. But again, we don't have anybody like super rich.
Yeah.
So can't say that.
Yeah, that's fair. And so in your friend group, Kevin, where you like hang out with a bunch of like, I mean,
Monkeys.
I mean, sure, but
No,
yeah,
your favorite word, degenerates.
yeah, degenerates, very wealthy degenerates. Do you see that like they're because they're out and about, they're partying, whatever, like.
There's always an opportunity.
Right.
And then I think depending on, going back to the partying, depending on one's state of mind, some opportunities may be taken.
Mm-hmm.
But generally speaking, the guy's usually not the aggressor.
Yeah. Right. And they don't have to be, right? Because they got it all. But in cases where you've seen that, how does the girlfriend or whoever kind of like treat that? Is it more of like, oh, I just don't want to ask, or like?
I think this is specific to certain people.
Yeah.
But I think there are a few of my friends who are like trying to go for that open relationship position where it's not like, oh, I don't see that. It's more like I'm choosing not to see that. I know that as long as the girlfriend, from her perspective, as long as I'm number one, I don't care about anything else.
That sounds.
What is it?
I love TikTok so much. But this is why it sounds like one of those TikToks where it's like, like my billionaire boyfriend is cheating on me, and I'm walking up like, I don't see anything. Do you guys need any water? Like, do you know what I mean? Like that.
So that's what I'm talking about. Yeah,
like,
that's exactly the phenomenon I'm talking about. Because like I feel like that's relatively normal, but I don't know.
Just explain, like literally describe that.
Yeah.
That was like to the T.
But in those cases, like, is the girl also cheating, or
I don't know.
what do you think? Do you think yes or no?
I mean,
I think it's harder for a girl to go for another guy if she already has someone in her sights.
let's just admit this is a little bit misogynistic when it comes to that topic, right?
Yeah,
it's like if the girl was cheating, he'll probably like let her go, but he has to be able to cheat, but she can't.
Right.
And I feel like that
Because there's that like
right? Am I not
power
right? That's
dynamic
kinda
when it comes
true.
to wealth, especially. It's like
Yeah.
I'm with the richest guy in the world. Like he can do whatever the fuck he wants, and I can't do shit.
Mhm.
But yeah, misogyny is one of the main themes of our podcast. I would say racism is another one. Speaking of which, if you had to genocide one race of cuisine, what would it be?
Not the food.
You being the foodie, since you're probably one of the premier
Premier
food.
what?
You might be the premier foodie in Boston.
No, they're bigger people.
But in terms of like
in
the
terms
aesthetic.
of size, no, it's
But
what are you talking about?
yeah, if you had to get rid of one cuisine off the face of the earth.
I haven't had a cuisine that I hate.
But no, what's like the one you you like the least?
I haven't had one.
Damn.
I don't think I've ever had one because like
Common answers have been UK, French.
What?
German.
German.
French food? I love French food.
Yeah, true.
See, I've never had German food, so I guess I can't.
Like a Vienna sausage, maybe.
Those are good though.
Bratwurst.
He likes anything sausage.
Wiener
So my thing is,
schnitzels.
right,
Yeah.
is like, I feel like, so I'm such a celebratory person.
Yeah.
Like my page, if I don't like something, I just won't post it. If I like it,
yeah.
it makes it on my page. And it's all personal opinion. We're
Mhm.
all so different.
Yeah.
Don't you dare judge me. I like some stuff that he hates.
Oh
right?
yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I'm like, this is the magic about food. It's like everybody has such a different perception of it,
Mhm.
different expectations, different standards. For me, if I ate that and it tastes good there, I like it.
Mm-hmm.
French fries from McDonald's, bomb.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? Like
What's
those kind of
your
things.
go-to Chili's order?
Oh my god, the fajitas.
Mm.
And I'm gonna get judged. Oh no, I'm gonna get judged. I do the steak one because I think it's so good.
Mm.
And Moo is still my favorite steakhouse.
Of course. Shout out to
But
Moo.
listen, I will go to Chili's for that all day, every day. Like,
That's
what? I'm just saying.
I've never
I
had it.
have
dude.
had steaks at
yeah.
Outback Steakhouse too. Call it what you want.
Yeah.
Hate me. I will eat there still.
Hell
You know,
yeah.
it's like nostalgic, right? It's like, I mean,
Right.
I didn't eat fancy food my whole life.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's
same.
nostalgic for me. I like it. I enjoy it. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
But if I had to cancel a food, damn it, like a cuisine,
Yeah.
that's tough.
What about like a Colombian?
I love Colombian food.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. I think I might be swearing. I hope I'm saying this right. It's like bandeja países. It's like this meat platter. Did I swear? Because
No, no.
bandeja is a swear.
Yeah.
Bandejo? No.
Yeah. You're saying stupid and stupider.
How do you say it?
Bandeja.
Bandeja.
Yeah, it's with a B.
Bandeja paisa.
Paisa.
Like that
That
is one of
shit's
my favorite
fire.
dishes. Merengon is one of my favorite things. And in Colombian cuisine,
Maricon.
shout out to Panela and Lowell. Vivian, she's bomb. But like, she introduced me to this hot chocolate and you put cheese in it.
Oh,
And it's so good. It's the most odd combination.
that
but they do
sounds
this
like
in
it could be
Colombia.
good. Yeah.
That
yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
like someone who's lactose
But
intolerant.
it's actually, I am lactose intolerant.
It's just milk and cheese. Yeah.
And they also have like the cheese breads. What's that called?
Oh, the Brazilian cheese breads. Found the queijo.
No, it's Colombian. There's a cheese bread. Like,
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know the name
oh my
of
god,
it.
I forgot the name, but it is so good. So Colombian food, no,
Okay.
I cannot cancel that. I love it so much.
Fair enough.
I love it.
You're such a
Um,
positive guy. I don't think we're gonna get an answer out of you. But
Yeah, I'm
him, on the
sorry.
other hand, I think he would. I think he would get rid of every cuisine except Japanese.
Cancel
Oh, yeah,
Burger
pretty
King.
much.
He doesn't even eat Chinese food,
Yeah.
I do not like Chinese.
Yeah.
which is weird. I love Chinese food. How many different cuisines are there in for Chinese?
It's such a diverse cuisine. That's why it's
There's
it's
7
one of the
different
top
types of
7.
Chinese food.
Do you know them off the top of your head?
No, I know. There's Hunan, Sichuan. I don't know. That's all.
Kanto, like, is that a different
Yeah,
thing?
I think it is too. They have it there.
Shanghai. What's the
That's
one
what
that
I'm talking
that Sean does? Lanzo? Is that what it?
Lanzo.
Lanzo, yeah, that's like Upper
Mhm.
West Side. What else is there?
There's a
Yeah, that
lot.
shit is fire though.
I don't eat that stuff. So.
I
Yeah,
can't believe you don't. It's so good. I can live off of noodles all day. Like, literally. Noodles and rice. I'm just such a carb.
carb guy. Yeah.
Like
What about
any-
if you had to genocide a carb, noodles, rice,
Never.
pasta, bread.
Bread.
Bread's gone.
Get rid of bread.
Yeah.
I don't like sandwiches. I don't
Oh,
really
really?
eat sandwiches.
I love
Yeah.
sandwiches.
No.
Yeah.
You do?
I do.
I don't. It's
At
so
Sam
weird.
LaGrasse's for lunch.
Oh shit.
Okay, they're good. Those are so good. Sam LaGrasse's is good. I do like them. But yeah, I'm not really much of a sandwich guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Like when I go to McDonald's, yes I do. Fish fillet.
Dude,
Like
yeah,
I
the
order
fish
the
fillet
fish
is
fillet
fire.
and I just eat the fish fillet
Yeah, dude.
with no tartar, with just cheese.
Why? You don't like tartar?
I don't like
You know, I
tartar.
saw a fish fillet sandwich with a bunch of caviar on it, and I was thinking we should try it.
But that sounds fun.
Try it, like
Fun.
put it on a menu.
That actually might be fire.
Or just to
like,
eat it.
salty.
Yeah.
Just eat it.
Oh yeah.
But it might be too salty, right?
Last time was
Because
at
of the
311. We ordered Wendy's chicken nuggets. We ordered like 50 chicken nuggets
Oh,
because
wow.
our caviar order just came in. So
And you
like,
just put it on.
Yeah.
That's funny.
shits. That
Yeah.
sounds
Very
I mean,
interesting.
Was it good? No,
It was
was it
pretty
good?
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's better on the spicy chicken nuggets.
From McDonald's.
We have a new segment. It's questions from the audience. So we opened it up, and we have people that wrote in questions for Kevin. But feel free to answer
Oh, they
too.
wrote it for you?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to see.
So this one is-
Kevin.
Some of them are anonymous, and some you'll know. So this is from our friend Karima. She wants to know, what's your biggest ick in a relationship or with women? In other words, like a turnoff, like a pet peeve, something that women do.
I think when they're sloppy when they're drunk.
Oh, yeah, that is a turnoff for sure.
Yeah.
Especially at this age.
Early at a younger age, it was actually kind of a turn on because there was more of like, ooh, can take advantage situation.
I'm
kidding,
Cancel! I am not here right now.
I'm kidding, but okay, yeah, that's a good one. What's your ick for men or women or whatever?
Ick?
Yeah.
There's too many. Someone, you know what? Someone may be too combative over everything. Who
Yeah,
too
that's
guarded.
fucking
Who?
annoying. Yeah.
No excuses. I hate people who make too many excuses.
Yeah,
That's my thing. Yeah.
No, that's. At what point is it too many though? Like when like the first one hits, are you like red flag?
Like, you know,
Or-
like
yeah.
immediately it's like a red flag. It's like, oh god, just say it. Like when Kevin was messaging me today about being late, I'm like, yo, I just got my bill. I'm still here. I don't make excuses. I say what it is. I tell you what it is. I know where I am, and I don't lie to you.
But I send those texts anyway.
He does.
It's not
and
like
I still get freaked out for some reason. I act like I report to Kevin for some reason. And I still freak out because he's all like, there's important people there. Well, actually, you guys are important. Just have to say that. But like, he's like, there's important people here. You need to get here on time or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God. So, of course, my car is parked on the street. I probably have a ticket right now.
Oh, man.
And I hopped in an Uber and I got here.
He doesn't even know he didn't even ask what we were eating.
I didn't. Because I'm a good person. I trusted you.
Oh, man.
But yeah, after 2 excuses, you're done with me. I'm like,
Okay.
2 strikes, you're out.
Fair enough. All right, this is a question from, they just go by Joey Hitler. Is bromance or romance more important?
Bromance.
Why?
Why?
Yeah. I wanna hear
Bros
why.
before hoes.
What show am I on? I do not endorse.
Well, for you,
I thought you were for the bros.
yours is the
but
same.
yours is the same.
One and the
though.
same.
So
What do you mean?
Are you not
Never
friends with Nick?
Oh, that's my best friend.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I got my girlfriends. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, yeah. So for you, what's more important? Yeah, I guess it's like your girlfriends. Are
Okay, I do have guy friends that are
Yeah.
so broy, but it's almost like to a level where it's like toxic
Oh,
masculinity,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I'm like, oh god, this is what I was hiding from back in the day. But no, I just think I don't know. It's
I
kinda
think it's
weird.
different if you're dating or if you're like in a serious relationship.
That's
or
true
like,
too. That's a
Because
good
if
point.
you're just dating, right, and you have a girlfriend, and then your friends are gonna stay with you like no matter what throughout like your entire life, essentially. You know, as long as you keep contact. But then relationship-wise, if you're just dating, if you end up breaking up, it's very hard to stay friends with like an ex, with a romantic companion. So like that person could stay in your life. It's gonna be like less and less contact, and eventually that person's gonna start dating someone else,
Yeah.
and eventually exit your life. So
So in the
that
case of
aspect,
like
then-
casual dating versus friendships, yeah, I think I agree. But at a certain point, like when you're in a longer term relationship, that person probably would end up taking priority over the bros, right? Or no?
I would say there's always trade-offs. Like I think that person has to be more to get to that serious relationship part. That person has to be understanding enough where it's just like there are some times that the guy has to go out and do what he has to do, but she's always welcome. You know what I mean? Like so there's plays on both sides.
Yeah.
To keep both.
Well, I agree with that. I like that because I feel like when you're in a relationship, you have to allow the other person to be themselves.
Of course.
And, you know what I mean? Like just hanging out with the boys, do your thing. I like that. But you said she can come along with that.
Yeah.
But I don't think she always has to be invited to everything.
Of course.
That's another thing. I feel like there's got to be that healthy separation because like Nick and I mean, as much as we seem like we're always together, we're not always. He's so comfortable and trusting. He'll be like, just go off and do your thing. Like I'm always with Kevin more than I'm with him lately. So you know what I mean? So I think it's healthy to have that. So
It's a balance.
Yeah,
it's like you
it's a
can't really
balance.
pick a first
It is.
priority. It's
Yeah.
definitely just a balance.
yeah, it's a
Yeah,
balance.
yeah.
I like that.
Fair enough. Fair
Yeah.
enough. Okay, and then this is from Anonymous. This guy I met through a friend asked me out, and I'm not super attracted to him, but we have a lot of mutuals, and he's fairly well respected in the community. I'm technically single, but I'm in a situationship right now that isn't going great. But I still feel guilty thinking of going on a date with other men. What should I do?
Is that a man or a woman?
This is a woman.
Okay.
But I guess it could be a man.
Well,
if
I was just
you're
gonna
Yeah.
say, make it clear that you have a boyfriend. Just go out on dinner and bring someone else.
Well,
It
it's a
doesn't have to be one
situationship.
person.
It's not a boyfriend.
Yeah, I think, yeah.
You know what? The other guy didn't. If it's a situationship, both of them are too chicken to confirm anything. She can still date someone else.
Hmm.
I'm sorry, but situationships aren't real relationships. That's my opinion.
What if it's like a relationship that's on the rocks?
On the
Then
rocks?
break
Yeah,
it
where
up.
it's
Then
like-
break it up first.
Break it up
and then
first.
go-
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I just find it like it's common sense.
Can you give some
I don't know why. But...
Could you give some so I think it's hard for a lot of people to break up with people because it's like, we were talking about comfort earlier, right? Like even if you know you're not fully satisfied in a relationship, you're just like
You're comfortable.
Yeah, you're comfortable, and like taking action sometimes is the scariest thing. So can you give some words of advice or some motivating like inspiration to this girl who might need to break up with somebody?
Well, rip off the Band-Aid. Why torture yourself?
Yeah. How would you do it?
Love yourself first. If you truly love yourself, you wouldn't
I
put
like
yourself
that.
in that
Mhm.
predicament. Because like I always say this too, is like you have to love yourself before you can actually truly love someone else.
Mhm.
So put yourself first.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I would say too.
Mhm.
Put yourself first. Once you
Mhm.
realize that you don't need anybody and you just love yourself,
Mm-hmm.
I think the naturally speaking, like the next person will just come into your life when you least expect it.
Yeah.
Mm.
And it'll be a person that accepts you because you already know who you are.
Of course.
Like that's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. We'll wrap on this. It's a fun segment. It's called the Boston Dating Speed Round. So I name
Not the married guy on a dating segment.
Yeah. We're all in a relationship. Okay. It's a we can do a different one. So we'd be like, where would you take your husband for X event? So we're basically trying to put people onto like different places they can go for different like scenarios, right?
Okay.
And so just the first restaurant that comes to your head when I name a scenario, and whenever I say woman, just substitute for man.
I think he can play the woman, I'll play the guy. I think that's very...
Wow.
Oh, so we're doing like a role play?
Yeah,
Okay,
of
cool.
course.
We're
All right.
role playing?
Okay,
You're
so
going to be a girl.
Are we
Yeah.
in a relationship right now? Is this what we're saying?
No,
Yeah.
not this. I'm saying, I thought you were going to ask like if you were going on a date.
yeah. Well, I was
As
gonna,
a woman, from that perspective, where would you want to go?
I don't know. Okay, well I'll be like.
I'll just give you a scenario. Okay, so
give me a scenario. Let's
you're
go.
it's you and Nick's third anniversary. It's you want to do something special. It's the middle of May, and you want to do something that's kind of like more a little different, but something special to you.
A little different special to us. Well, we did have our wedding ceremony at Rochambeau and our wedding brunch over at Contessa. So we'd probably celebrate there with family again. That's what we would do.
That's a good. That's a good.
Sentimental. Anything sentimental to you. That's what I would recommend.
Okay, where would you, Kevin, take a
First date?
first date? This is a first date. This is a 22-year-old BU grad student, and she has a green card, and she has short hair.
Does she speak English?
She speaks English, and
Oh,
she
perfect.
has liberal values.
I know the answer already.
Okay, how about you answer and then I'll answer because it's going to be very different from what
Do you think it's going to be the same?
I don't think so.
Why do I feel like I know your spot?
Go ahead.
Ostra.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Well, 20, I'm not going
Yeah, I was
to
gonna say 2 years.
Okay,
Oh,
fine.
shit, yeah.
Fine,
Ostra
fine.
either.
I don't know. Maybe you want to impress.
What would you say?
I don't know.
I would start off at T. Anthony's
Oh,
and then I would go down the block. So T. Anthony's, I'll grab it. I'll see if she likes spicy. If she does, we're going to get Ray to make like a really, really spicy chicken.
Yeah.
What's it called? Fried chicken?
at fire
for
chicken.
fun.
Yeah,
And then after that, we can go to Lime Red to cool down.
yeah.
And then
He knows the BU block.
maybe Waku Waku if if the girl wants to drink. Free shots. It's like literally on the way. So like four places. Yeah.
Shout out Dixon, man.
Wow, so you have this whole thing mapped out.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like walking down. It's walking down a street.
If you met Nick now, where would you take him on a first date?
Well, okay, that's so hard. I would say Ostra, but he hates seafood.
Mm.
But
But would you have known that about him at the time though?
No,
So you would have probably gone Ostra for first
I would
date.
have gone Ostra.
Yeah.
I love that place.
What if you were to date like sort of like a younger guy? Still Ostra?
Ostra.
Yeah.
I like what I like. If I like it, I want to share it.
So
with
it's less
someone
about
else.
them and it's more about I
But
like what I like.
You
Yeah,
never
yeah.
you never think about the expectation setting.
No.
It's like, oh, Ostra first, and what's the
Ooh.
second
Well, I
date?
kind of feel like that's kind of like the part where you're hiding who you are. I'm just like me. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna be me.
Yeah.
I like this. This is what I.
But it's a
enjoy.
first.
Let's
You're
go.
not really hiding yourself. You just you know what you want, right? But it's
Ostra.
like
That's what I want. If I would listen, Ostra.
Yeah,
tag
yeah.
Lisa.
You're
in this.
welcome.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
welcome. Lisa.
Dude, most people have said Ostra. It's like I think everyone. I've never actually been to Ostra, so
It's amazing.
Yeah,
We
but
went to Ostra last time.
Huh?
We went to Ostra.
we went to Mistral together,
Oh,
right?
JK, we went to
Yeah.
Ostra.
Wrong restaurant,
Yeah.
Kevin.
Both great. Oh,
Learn your
yeah.
It's not
CHG.
Japanese.
Oh man, but all right, we'll give Kevin one more. Do you want to ask a scenario?
Oh, ask the scenario. Okay. Wait. Where would you take your girlfriend on an anniversary?
I would just hire a chef.
Too bougie. So
What kind of chef though? I want to hear. What
Which chef? If you had to hire one Boston chef.
Chef Wei from 311.
Yeah, dude, that guy's lit.
Personal Makasi at home. I can't wait to hear this.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to hear this.
It's tough because, like, you know, you're friends with all the omakase chefs, so it's like, which one do you choose?
Can we say like a future chef?
Sure.
What? Okay.
Well, we're getting a Korean Michelin star guy from, French Michelin star background from Korea over for our next venture.
You're importing him?
Pretty much.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is this for Boston or a New York
For
location?
Boston.
Oh, wow.
So he will be very good because we've tried a sample of his stuff already.
Yeah.
And he doesn't speak English, but he's very, very good.
Yeah, that's better because then, like, if he's cooking in your home and he can't understand the dirty talk or whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Because realistically,
I
you're
like
in
that.
restaurants, you're always eating out. You're always
It's
like,
true.
Yeah.
It's true.
Like,
that
it's
was
almost
nice.
more
That was a
special.
good answer. I like
Yeah.
that one.
my casual
Private
dinners at
chef.
omakase.
Yeah,
I'll
true.
go by myself.
Jesus
if I have to.
Christ.
You
Not
know
the
what I mean?
casual Makase.
You just said casual Ostra, so I mean, I feel like it's
No,
not much
Ostra
different.
is special. It's like
Okay,
I like
okay.
to get dressed up every time I go out to eat. That's my thing.
yeah.
I own too many blazers to not.
Yeah, true, dude. And those brooches.
I get some on clearance too.
Okay, where do you go for the blazers?
Express.
Okay.
And now they're gonna go bankrupt, and I'm
Really?
gonna cry. But yeah,
Fuck.
but they're gonna have some locations open still.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I never pay full price,
Hmm.
and everybody always thinks it looks expensive, and I'm like, it's Express, and it fits me so perfect. It's easy.
Dude, would you take me on a shopping day?
I will take you on a shopping day, and we'll do budget shopping.
Hell
but
yeah.
You won't look budget. let
Fuck
me
yeah,
tell
dude,
you.
I love
There's
that.
a way to do it.
Yeah.
And then you make it look elevated. You buy yourself a YSL brooch and you take it out.
Yeah.
And that's all people see. That's it.
Well, then
Make sure
that's
you look good in
expensive,
it.
right? So then
Listen,
you're fucked.
I still wear Forever 41, but like Forever
Yeah.
21.
Yeah.
It's funny because he's 41.
No, I'm not yet. I'm close to it. Though. I'm close to it. Yeah, I am. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
But I could take you on a shopping spree.
Hell yeah, man. I'm
Yeah.
excited, dude. But yeah, thank you both for being on here, man. We're going to wrap up. Anything you guys want to plug? You want to plug anything?
Yeah, we put Matsu Nori.
We barely talked about restaurants.
I don't know about you, but I heard
Absolutely
like 20
none.
different restaurant plugs in there. I haven't heard you say Matsu Nori once.
I know.
Yeah.
We were talking about it halfway, and then we just stopped.
Yeah.
Because you came in.
Matsu Nori.
Yeah, Matsu Nori Handroll Bar.
MATSUNORI.
Mhm. Follow them on Instagram. Check them out. There's always a long ass line.
Not always, but don't let that stop you.
Yeah, don't let it stop you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit. You can go H Mart, hang out while you're waiting, get a little popsicle or whatever.
Monday nights.
Makia coming soon.
Makia coming soon. What about Monday nights?
Monday nights come to Matsu Nori. We're like one of the only Japanese restaurants that's open in the city. You want your sushi?
On Mondays?
Yeah.
Oh, because most places close on Monday.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. So yeah, Monday night sushi, Matsu Nori, Makia coming soon, Chinatown. That's. Do you wanna? What is? It's all you can eat Wagyu, right?
All you can eat Wagyu.
Hot pot.
Makia.
Yeah. So
Shabu
that's that.
shabu.
Yeah.
And then Kevin said he's gonna let me into space first. Just saying.
Yeah. You do get that early access all the time.
Listen.
Yeah.
I take beautiful videos when
I
there are
know,
people in
I
there,
know.
so I'll do it for free.
Oh, true.
Restaurants,
Yeah.
listen, restaurateurs. If you guys have a beautiful restaurant, Forking with Armani can come over and record your space.
All right, guys. Thanks so much, guys. You guys are the best, and yeah, I hope you guys find love and happiness and success,
Yeah,
however
what are you
you
talking about?
define it.
Thanks
Yeah.
so much for listening to another episode of Havers. Please subscribe and rate us 5 stars on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to us. And remember, you got it all.